tried to get law practice retainers to go correctly into QuickBooks Online? It isn't hard once you get it set up, but it can be utterly confusing to get it set up properly. Hi, I'm Brandy Derrick with Legal Ease Bookkeeping LLC, and I specialize in bookkeeping for solo practitioners and small law firms. Now, the first thing you need to understand is that retainers are a liability in accounting terms. So even though you are depositing money, it isn't really yours until you earn it. If you never work on that case, you will need to refund that money to your client. And this is important to understand because if you go to record a deposit of retainer into QuickBooks Online without setting up the back end properly, it will result in your financial statements being off and having an accountant tell you that you owe taxes on that money at the end of the year. I know that you don't want to pay taxes on that money, so let me walk you through getting your trust accounts set up properly. To set this up, the first thing that you're going to need to do is create a liability account. To do this, you're going to click on Transactions and then Chart of Accounts, and you're going to click New. And we're going to do an Other Current Liability, Trust Account Liabilities. And then you want to name this something that makes sense to you. So you might name it instead of Trust Account Liability, maybe it makes more sense to you to say IOLTA Account Liabilities or IOLTA Unearned. That way you understand what it means. And you can type in a description if you'd like. You don't need to do a sub-account or a balance. So you're going to do Save and Close. Now you're going to need to create 2 products or services that are going to feed into that liability account. So you click up here on the gear icon, and it's going to pull up this here, and you click products and services, and then we're going to do new. And the first one that we're going to create is going to be called prepaid retainer. So this is when somebody pays you money, you are going to put it under prepaid retainer. This is not taxable, and under income account we are going to use that IOLTA account, liability account that we had made. So it's going to feed into there. And then we're going to click Save and New. And then we're going to make another one, and this one we're going to call Earned Retainer. Oops. Earned Retainer. And it is also going to feed into that IOLTA account. So we click Save and Close this time. Now you're all set up. So good luck now. Okay, just joking. I'm going to show you what you need to do now when you actually receive a retainer. So you get a client and they pay you $1,000. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go in here to our customers, and I'm going to select Cool Cars, and we're going to make an invoice for them. And this invoice is going to be for a prepaid retainer, and it's $1,000. So then we're going to click Save and we're going to click Save because we received the money. They wrote us a check, so we'll click up here on Receive Payment, and they paid us with a check, and it was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And here we're going to put the checking account that it's going into, which I'm going to make a new checking account for for our Ulta account, and save and close that. So now we're going to receive $1,000. It's going into this checking account, and we click Save and Close. Now, to make sure that this is entered correctly, I'm going to close out of here, and I'm going to go to reports and go to the balance sheet. Now, because this is a sample account, it's got all sorts of craziness in here, but I'm going to go to today, run report, and you will see that in our checking account under our assets, we have $1,000 sitting in there for our IOLTA account. Now, we also have our liability account, which has $1,000 in it. Those two numbers should always match. If they don't, you have a problem. It could be that you didn't transfer money out like you should have, so you are owed money from the IOLTA account. Or it could be that a transfer wasn't recorded properly, so you moved money out, but you didn't put it into QuickBooks Online correctly. And it could be that you transferred money out of your IOLTA account when you really shouldn't have. So it's very important that you make sure that those two numbers always match. Whatever is in your IOLTA account is not yours. It is a liability until you earn it. So now you've earned some money. You billed them $300. So what we're going to do is we're going to transfer the money out of your IOLTA account and put it into your operating account. So the first thing we're going to do is we click this plus sign up at the top, click transfer, and we're going to go from the IOLTA account to just our regular checking account, and we're going to do $300. Now you may want to put in that it's for cool cars, and if you have the invoice, you could attach it here, so that way just in case for the future you ever want to know why you did this transfer, you have documentation, which could be very important if you ever get audited. We're going to click save and close. Now if we go to the balance sheet, you'll see that our IOLTA checking account only has $700 in it, but our liability account has $1,000 in it. So we need to fix that. The way we fix that is we go to our customer, go to Cool Cars, we're going to make another invoice. This time, this invoice, we're going to say it is earned retainer, and we earned $300. This is going to be negative $300, sorry to be confusing. And then whatever your service is name that you had come up with, maybe you put in, maybe we'll make a billable, I'm spelling that wrong, billable hours. Add billable hours as a service. And it's 300. So here's what's happening. We are charging the customer $300, and we're moving it from the liability account to earned income. So we're going to click save and close. Now we'll go to the balance sheet, and we have to change it to be today. Run report. So our IOLTA checking account has $700 in it, and our liability account has $700 in it. And if we run our profit and loss report for today, you'll see that we made $300 for services. So that's basically how you do it and how you make sure that everything is set up correctly. If you have any questions, you can click on the link below, and I would be happy to answer them for you and help you get this set up, so that way all of your retainers are going in properly. Thanks.